Hi everyone, for today we're going to be focusing on strengthening the scapula or shoulder blades. Those are two bones that are on the upper part of your back. So before we get going in the strengthening, let's slowly warm them up. And when we do this, we're going to be doing nice circles with the shoulder, and I'm going to explain what we're going to do. So we have four moves to cover, which is elevation, depression, protraction and retraction. Okay, so we are still warming up. So nice and easy, go through the whole range of motion, focus on the shoulder, not the elbow. As well, when we start working, we have to remember that the hand or the elbow is always going to be extended. So it's all about the shoulder movement, okay? So it's not about the elbow, how far we bring the elbow, it's about shoulder. Either it goes up and down or back and front, okay? So while we mobilized a bit, we got the blood flow, we're gonna go into each of them. So we're gonna cover strengthening for the elevation, depression, protraction and retraction. First one we're gonna cover is the protraction strengthening. So for this, from easier variation to harder, we're gonna start from the wall. Keep in mind, 90 degrees between the hand and the trunk. From here, nice, go to the wall, engage your core, deep down and in front. Down, so as well as you can see, we're not focusing on the elbow, it's all about the scapula. So we're gonna go slowly down, around 3 seconds, and up for each movement, okay? As well, what we need to focus is, if we have behind like a grape, let's squeeze the grape with the scapulas. If we were to progress this, we're gonna lower and go in a more inclined position. Just always keep in mind to have this 90 degrees. If it's uncomfortable for the wrist, you can turn it around, okay? So again, here, down and up. Focus on the scapula. And the next way we can progress is either going on the floor or going from the chair. If we do from the chair, same thing, we are like a scapular push-up, nice and tight core, from here, down and up. Okay, and if we want to go to the ground, what we will do, first we can start from the knees, either this way, or regular push-up, and as well, if we want to make it harder, one foot up, or you turn around and do an incline version. Decline, sorry. Okay, so these will be for the protraction. Next, let's cover retraction. For us to retract, we need to either pull from something or press from the wall. So to cover the pull from something, you can, for example, take the doors, open them, feet in between. The further away, the harder it is. You're gonna take the door handle, and from here, you would just work on the scapula. So here's how it would look like. Just sit back. From here, just behind. So if you could see, my hands are straight. I only work on the retraction of the scapula. Next variation we can do is from the wall. So if we go to a wall, put our elbows and our head into it. From here, you're gonna lift and just keep touching with the elbows behind and down. Nice and slow. Almost 3 seconds up and up. Next way, obviously the lower we go, the harder it gets. So we can hold or we can work slowly. If we want to progress as well from easier to harder, from either pulls or wall, we go on the ground. Now, when we are on the ground, we're going to extend, same thing, so I'm somewhere around 30 degrees, 30 to 45 degrees. We're going to go up, lift the head and up. If you have pain in your neck, you can leave the head on the ground. But just make sure that you leave the scapulas off the ground. So your shoulder blade has to be up and down. We can progress this by bringing the feet up and lifting the head as well the whole upper body. If we want to make this even harder, what we will do, fully extend. From here, we're going to bring the hips and the scapulas off the ground, but keep touching with the head and our heels. So up and down. Whichever way you choose, find a comfortable one and make sure to slowly progress. Third one we're going to cover is the elevation or shoulder shrug. We're going to be seated position on the chair. So grab the chair from below. From here, you're going to work isometrically. You want to bring shoulders up and you want to press your whole body into the chair. So pull, squeeze, hold for 5 seconds and relax. So you're going to work nice and slowly. So these are almost like a shoulder shrug. Other variation you can do might be standing. So what you would do is take a 1 foot, grab with your hands up and down. If these are too easy, you can grab just with one hand. Just make sure to loosen up the leg and shrug. From this side. Last one we're going to cover are depressions or downward pull of the scapula, or when the shoulder goes down. We're going to need something to elevate our hands on. Now how big it should be depends on our movement, right? So if this is the depth of the movement, then that's the height we're going to take. So from here, the easiest variation is for us to bring the feet together, nice and close, and work on dropping down and going up. Few times, nice and slow. Okay, if we want to make it harder, we're going to put the feet in front or in between 1 foot or foot. The hardest way would be to do one side or one arm. So what I would do, I would shift my weight to one arm, bring the hand in front, down. Okay, just make sure that the elbow is always extended and your hand is close to your trunk. Feet in front. To progress L-sit scapular raises or shoulder depression, we're going to use a pull-up bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can use the doors. Just make sure to stack something in between doors and the floor if you have space, so the doors don't drop from the hinge. Okay, from here we're going to go into hanging position, lift the feet up and lift ourselves while we keep the elbow extended. So again, we only work on the shoulder and scapula. Sink down and lift up. Nice and slow. If these are too hard, you can use your feet to push up and slowly go down. Push up and slowly go down. One last thing as far as the number of repetitions and sets go, how much you should be doing them, what's the volume. Now this all depends on your goal, but some kind of a rule of thumb would be 3 sets for 10 to 12 repetitions of each. And what's good about them is that you can do elevation, then go, when you finish 10 to 12 reps, go depression, then when you finish, go protraction, finish retraction, and go around 3 times. So you don't have to waste time on, let's say, recovering. Now, if it's too much, if you start feeling pain, definitely you should slow down on volume, take a rest between maybe each circle as you do up, down, back, front, take a small break and then repeat. Thanks for watching.